What is paragraph and how do you write a paragraph? Hi handsome and gorgeous people, welcome back to my channel where I offer English lessons, grammar, and spoken English. Kaya kung interesado ka sa mga topic na yan, inaanyayahan kitang i-click ang subscribe button and i-ring ang notification bell para lagi kang updated once mag-upload ako ng mga bagong videos. At the end of this video, you will learn to define what is a paragraph, the parts of a paragraph, and the characteristics of a paragraph. A paragraph is a group of sentences that deals with one particular idea. Paragraphs are defined by the point that they support, which is the controlling idea, and not just by how long they are. This is a fundamental rule in writing paragraphs. Only one idea should be discussed per paragraph. So what are the parts of a paragraph? So we have two, the topic sentence and the supporting details. So when we say topic sentence, it tells the reader the main idea of the paragraph. It reveals what you generally plan to propose, argue, or explain. When it is part of a longer essay, the topic sentence contains a main point that supports the thesis statement. Think of the topic sentence as a mini thesis statement for the paragraph. At this juncture, let us move on to the next, which is kinds of topic sentence. So we have two, the explicit and implied topic sentence. Let's see the difference. Explicit topic sentence clearly states the ideas that will be elaborated on in the paragraph. I have here an example of an explicit topic sentence. So this is an explicit example of topic sentence. As you can see, the details in the paragraph expound the circumstances surrounding the Filipinos' adoption of the American Jeep. So the topic sentence here can be found anywhere in the paragraph, in the beginning, at the end, or in the middle. The topic sentence in this paragraph is found in the beginning, which is the circumstances which brought about the Filipinos' adoption of the American Jeep are nearly provident. It is usually a good practice to include the topic sentence near of the start of the paragraph so your readers have an idea of what you are talking about earlier on. A topic sentence is implied if there is a clear controlling idea of what the paragraph is about. The reader will be able to determine the focus of the paragraph because all of the details are linked by an organizing theme. So in this example, this is an example of an implied topic sentence, and the topic sentence is how the American servicemen used the Jeep for carrying cargoes. As you can see, it was not directly stated in the paragraph, but we know that this is the idea because of the clue. So now, let's move on to the second part of a paragraph, which is supporting details. So in every paragraph, it needs supporting details to elaborate on the topic sentence. These supporting details may range from facts, examples, or instances. A good supporting details expound on the main idea and act as adequate support. They are specific and stem from the general idea established by the topic sentence. So here is an example. Let's take a look at it. The supporting details give specific details about the types of passengers in the jeepney, which is on the example that we have. So this example give you a better idea of such passengers. In fact, they enable you to picture yourself sitting beside a variety of interesting characters from all walks of life. So let's move on to characteristic of an effective paragraph. So first characteristic is unity. Unity simply means that all of the sentences in the paragraph are related to the topic sentence. So the whole paragraph should begin and end one focus only. So each of the details should have a clear and consistent connection of the topic sentence. So let's take a look at this example. The paragraph lacks unity because the underlined points does not support the main idea. If you can check the example, this paragraph talks about how Filipinos can promote our country to foreigners via social media. And that underlined word does not support the main idea. The second characteristic of an effective paragraph is adequate development. The topic sentence in the paragraph should be elaborated on using concrete evidence, different examples, relative facts, and specific details. So having specific details helps your readers become interested in your topic, understand your message, and convince them of the validity of your topic. So here is a version of a two paragraph. So take a look at this one. So first example has vague ideas. The writer has enumerated reason for disliking PE but did not explain them sufficiently. It's not adequately explained. Meanwhile, the second paragraph below provides specifics. Therefore, it is more engaging and informative. So the third characteristic of an effective paragraph is coherence. So this means that the sentences are arranged in a logical manner, making them easily understood by the reader. Coherence is achieved when ideas flow smoothly within and between paragraphs. So your paragraphs can become more coherent through the use of logical order and signal devices. The paragraph can become more coherent through the use of logical order and signal devices. So first, logical order. So when we talk about logical order, you can use chronological, spatial, or emphatic order. So when we say chronological order, the details are arranged in the order in which they happened. For example, if your topic sentence were something like, the everyday life of a high school freshman can be exhausting, you might use a chronological approach to provide an account of the student's routine, like waking up early to go to school, listening to different lectures, collaborating on many group projects, joining extracurricular activities, and answering many assignments. When we talk about spatial arrangements, it is arranged according to a geographical location such as left to right, up and down, and etc. For example, your topic is like the high school classroom has many differences from the grade school classroom that can be surprising to the freshmen. You might utilize a spatial approach to detail arrangement. You might first talk about a small table and chairs in the grade school classroom, then the colorful bulletin boards at the back of the room with familiar cartoon characters stuck on them. In contrast, the high school classroom has bigger tables and chairs, and the plainer looking bulletin boards at the back of the wall. Emphatic order is when the information found in a paragraph is arranged to emphasize certain points depending on the author's or in the writer's purpose. Also achieve coherent paragraphs through the use of signal devices. These are words that give readers an idea of how the points in your paragraphs are progressing. So here are the examples of signal devices. So first is transitions. So when we talk about transition, these are words and phrases that connect one idea to another. So transition, first you can talk about time. So time, these are the signal devices. First, immediately, afterward, before, at the same time, after, earlier, simultaneously, finally, next, in the meantime, later, eventually, then, meanwhile, now, subsequently, and etc. Next is sequence. So, moreover, furthermore, next, also, finally, lasts, another, first, second, third, beside, and case. You can use words like above, next to, below, behind, beside, and etc. Next is illustration. So these are words that you can use when you talk about illustration, something to illustrate. So words like for instance, especially, for example, namely, in this case, to illustrate, and etc. Next is comparison. So when we talk about comparison, the similarities of things. So words like similarly, also, in the same way, still, likewise, in comparison to, and etc. Next is contrast. When we talk about contrast, the differences between two things. So words like both, despite, however, even though, yet, on the other hand, although, on the contrary, otherwise, conversely, and etc. And the next is cause and effect. If you're talking about the reason and consequences of the things that happened. And lastly is conclusion. If you want to end the paragraph, you can use these words like thus, therefore, in conclusion, in short, and etc. The next signal words that you can use aside from transition is what you call repetitions. Of main idea keep continuity and highlight important details. So it occurs when words are repeated in order to make a stronger impact on the reader. For example, the people of the city deserve a mayor they can trust, a mayor they can respect, and a mayor they can count on. Next signal words that you can use is synonyms. This means that these are words similar in meaning to important words or phrases that prevent tedious repetitions. Words like beautiful, you can use charming, captivating, good looking, pretty, lovely, stunning, wonderful, and a lot more. Signals that you can use is pronouns. These are words that connect readers to the original word that the pronouns replace. Use different pronouns. It depends on what it represents. The last signal words that you can use is parallelism. So when we talk about parallelism, it's using similar sentence structures. Example of parallel structure for incorrect. Tonight, I will do my homework and watching TV. The correct parallel structure is tonight, I will do my homework and watch TV. So in this video, I used the reference Reading and Writing Skills, that's page 57 to 66 by Mariela Therese A. Thiongson and Maxine Rafaela C. Rodriguez. So that's the end of our discussion for today. If you have a question, you may put it on the comment section. Goodbye and God bless.